everyone. I'm very excited to introduce our last finalists today. We have the Quad County Urban League. Please give it up for them. Thank you.
National Urban League's Youth Leadership Village. I'm Ava Nieves, reporting live from the WD3VG Youth Leadership Desk on behalf of the D3 Village Griots, demanding diversity, equity, and inclusion, educating you by telling our stories.
Good morning, National Urban League Youth Leadership Summit Village. My name is Noah Hampton, your village griot, here to educate you today. Rumor has it that books are being banned in your American village, but do not worry. Our ancestors have dealt with setbacks like this before, and we will do the same. The next slide shows a picture of a griot. A griot is a member of a tribe who maintains a tradition of oral history in parts of West Africa. Griots also taught the youngest generation about past wars, droughts, and upbringings their village has faced. We must make sure we know our own history so we cannot be manipulated by others trying to tell our story. This next slide shows the consequences of slavery. There were brutal beatings and sometimes death for trying to learn how to read. Anti-literacy laws were created to just make sure we could not educate ourselves. Our ancestors were willing to die for our education, and we should be the same. The next slide shows what we faced after slavery, segregation. While schools were being segregated, we prioritized teaching just like griots did. U.S. case Plessy v. Ferguson ensured the phrase separate but equal, but ultimately failed. Black schools were way worse than white schools in almost every way imaginable. And our ancestors knew that not having that education would be bad for ourselves. It also made us harder to get into college because we didn't have that good education. But some people, some superheroes, decided that we needed a change and created historically black colleges and universities. Cheney University was the first HBCU ever founded in 1837. We have endured so much just for the opportunity to learn. We're vulnerable to being manipulated if we don't know our own history. Our ancestors have persevered, and so will we.
In other news, in June 2023, Governor Pritzker signed a bill making Illinois the first state to outlaw book bans, encouraging schools and libraries to embrace education, literary justice, and equity. Unfortunately, some states are not as open to allowing people to know what has happened in this country. Let's go to Chicago, where one of the U.S.'s best book clubs has gotten us started.
Hello, National Urban League Youth Summit! My name is Dominique Finfrey, distant cousin to Oprah Winfrey, and welcome to my band book club. In today's segment, let's first take a look at this graphic we have on the screen here. As we know, books are being banned across our conservative states, but this graphic is a representation that all 50 states have some sort of restriction or challenge over books in their school curriculums. During the 2023-2024 school year, over 4,000 books were banned, with 28% of those books being by Black authors telling our stories. So let's take a look at some of those authors today. The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, banned and restricted in over 6 states, including New York, for the discussion of anti-police or law enforcement topics. Black Boy by Richard Wright, banned in numerous states like Michigan, Tennessee, and here in Louisiana for supposedly instigating hatred between races. Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall, banned in states like Texas and Florida for the discussion of race and sexuality. And lastly, the 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah-Jones, banned and restricted in 20+ states, including Washington, for the teaching of critical race theory. Judges, we would like to propose to you a solution for a banned book library at our Quad County affiliate. A contribution of $10,000 would go towards the funding for this goal. A breakdown looks like $3,000 to banned books, $1,600 to digital copies, $5,000 to technology, and $400 for miscellaneous items. Now, we would like to take a moment in memory of those affected by the banned books. Out of the compassion of our hearts, not only would we like to do something nice for our case study competitors, but also for the states of Texas and Florida who have also been heavily affected by the ban. So please rise if you are from the states of New York, Texas, Florida, Michigan, and Washington State, because congratulations, you are able to go home with a banned book. That's right, you get a banned book, you get a banned book, you get a banned book. Now, let us take the power of literacy back into the hands of our Black youth by our Black authors, because knowledge is power.
Ava Nieves again reporting live from WD3VG News Network Anchor Desk on behalf of the D3 Village Griots, demanding diversity, equity, and inclusion, educating you by telling our stories. This afternoon, our CNN affiliate sent me a clip that included DEI education expert, Dr. Sheila Caldwell.
Leaders who embrace DEI say their approach does just that.
Our framework is a result of founding documents like the Constitution, like the Bill of Rights, like the Declaration of Independence. We seek to fulfill those promises made to groups that have been historically denied.
Dr. Sheila Caldwell is Chief Diversity Officer for the Southern Illinois University System.
Dr. Caldwell is a Quad County Urban League Women's Empowerment Award recipient. When she heard about our case competition, she came to the league in person to talk to our D3 griots. That's right, I'm not always behind this anchor desk. Sometimes stories are so impactful, you have to go live on location. I went live on location with Dr. Caldwell at the QCUL earlier this year. I interviewed a student facing some racial challenges at school. Let's check it out.
Tell her your story.
So at my school, I'm being harassed by teachers and students. I've told the teachers, but they don't do stuff about that. In my science class, there was one kid who kept on closing my computer, and because of that, it was annoying me, so I hit him. And I don't think that it's fair that I would have gotten punished, even though he was touching my stuff without permission. And yeah.
So, was there a reason why you think the student was harassing you with your computer too?
Most likely because of my race.
If you hinder them from even attaching themselves and enjoying education to the point where they drop out, you know from just that one data point alone that you have a school to prison pipeline. And so, again, these are some of the ways that DEI address it. We issue the clarion call and we say these things cannot happen, and we demand greater justice for our young Black and Hispanic men in elementary, in middle, in high school, and also college.
Thank you, Dr. Caldwell.
Thank you, everybody. Hello, my name is Trinity Caldwell. I stand before you to let you know that I demand diversity, that I demand a change for this nation's future, and you should too. Did you know that Black children are 3 times more likely to be suspended or punished than their peers who may commit those same actions? That's right. A 2016 Yale study showed how elementary school teachers were more likely to anticipate bad behavior of Black children between the ages of 3 to 5 than children of other races in the room, though in the study, none of the kids were behaving badly.
So when these kids grow up in a system that hinders them from enjoying education until they drop out, well, that's what creates the school-to-prison pipeline and destroys the future of many. They grow up in a system where people such as Governor Ron DeSantis are able to reject AP African American Studies because it significantly lacks educational value, which is a sign that there are people in power who want to hinder us. We cannot let things such as banning AP African American Studies or Project 25 continue, and your futures. Mark Morial, president of the National Urban League himself, said that within this project, they are not advocating for colorblindness, they are advocating for the policies that were used during segregated America. Trump even stated that we will terminate every diversity, equity, and inclusion program across the entire federal government. But we can't let this happen because it will be a setback for our civil rights. If you are 18 or older, look under your chairs. You will find a sticker that tells you to vote. Now I want you to stand. On November 5th, put these on your shirts with pride and vote as if your freedom depended on it, because it does. If you are not registered to vote, then wave your phones in the air or pull out your phones, because by typing in collegeboard.com and creating an account, you will be able to register to vote today. If you are under 18, look under your chairs. You will also find a sticker that tells you to go vote. Now, I want you to stand, if you all may. Take this home to someone in your community who can vote and have them wear that sticker with pride as well. So, Youth Leadership Village, what are you waiting for? You guys have the power to change the future for the better. Again, my name is Trinity Caldwell, and I approve of this message. Thank you.
D3 grants. We cannot end this case competition on Hail to the Chief. We must all stand and end this segment with the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing.
Lift every voice.